about me. I know your love will always see me through. I love you for 100.
All right, Joe, I don't know if y'all can see it or not, but our oak tree's all the way down our driveways. Here, let me do this. There you go. Look at all them acorns on there, y'all. They're just, each one of these limbs is just loaded down with them acorns. Hold on. Them are big, sawtooth acorns. That's what we got all the way down the driveway right here. Every one of these trees you see. That's one reason I go bow hunting like I do. These sawtooth oaks bring these deer out. I gotta move because that's gonna hit my truck anyway. Alright, so y'all, it's the first day of velvet season 2025 here in North Mississippi. We're gonna get in the stand here and we're gonna see what we can get done. And hopefully, if we're lucky and the good Lord smiles on us, and you know what, not if we get lucky, it's gonna happen. The good Lord's gonna smile on us today and we're gonna have a buck in velvet walk out in front of us. Y'all come along and see what we do. The stand. It's 4:30. Last shoot lights at 8:17 today. So we're set up here. I've got this little field that, as y'all have seen before, it kind of drops off to my left, and then becomes a ridge that goes down into the woods and down into the bottom of the hollow. And they normally walk that ridge, come up here, and they normally walk this. They'll either walk this ridge or the one I take a lot of my bucks off of during gun season. Come up to eat these acorns up here on the driveway. So, first day of velvet season 2025. So, let's get in here and see if we can get it happening. Alrighty, y'all. We finished our first day of the velvet season. Y'all couldn't see it on camera because the camera mount I have doesn't really turn. It just kind of sits there on the side of the tree. When I turned the camera on, the reason I turned it on was I had a deer. I couldn't tell buck or doe that I could see off to my left through the trash that was in my left. So that's the reason I stood up, turned it on, stood up, and slowly, mind you, and was ready in case it stepped out. I don't know where that deer went to or what happened. I never got blowed out, you know, nothing like that. But it never came into shooting lane. Well, then, as I'm standing there, probably 30 minutes before daylight, for dark, maybe 40 minutes before dark, I had movement to my right off of camera in that hollow, that hardwood hollow that I showed you. And I had 3 bucks come out through there, and one finally come out to my right out of the woods, 80 yards out. But he had a nice velvet rack. Had he came down the line instead of going out there to my sawtooth oaks and eating them, I would have been able to take him, and he was a nice one. But hopefully we get a better setup and a better wind tomorrow. The wind was not really good today for us, but I wanted to hunt. We only get 3 days. I wanted to hunt all 3 days. So we're going to hunt again tomorrow evening. We're going to see if I can get it done tomorrow. And if not, we'll try Sunday too. So y'all come on back and see what we got done. Alrighty, y'all. We didn't get nothing the first night. What y'all couldn't see on camera is off to my right. At one time when I got up and turned the camera on, I had a deer off to my right. Couldn't tell if it was a buck or doe. Seen the deer through the thick brush, so I went ahead and got up. When you see me grab my bow, I had 3 deer pop out 85 yards up from me. One was a buck. However, the sawtooth oaks I showed you that were on the ground, on the driveway, they went straight there, straight to eat them. They went back in the woods. Never got shot at them. They never even got close. Looked like a good buck. We're going to go back in there again today. It's our last day of velvet season. We're going to hunt. We're on the last day, so let's see if we can get this done. Hopefully, maybe they'll come on out, kind of meander close enough within that 30-yard range so we can get a shot at them, 35. So let's get up here and see what we can get done, all right? Let's see if we can get this done. All right, y'all. Well, that ended the velvet season for 2025 here in North Mississippi. We saw deer every night. We just didn't get lucky enough for a buck to come in. Had a buck come out the first night. Had a buck tonight. Both times they came out on another trail way down the way. The wind was blowing from my back out, so that they were coming from my back on my right hand side. So I don't think it was because they were smelling me. I just, for whatever reason, they changed up this week. Who knows? If you've hunted deer long enough, especially if you've been hunting with bow, you know, sometimes they'll decide to take that trail instead of this one or whatever. So, but look, we killed something every time we went out to be killing and not hunting. So it was a great time. The Lord blessed us with great weather, a little on the hot side, but great weather. There was no rain. He blessed us with seeing deer, even in this hot weather, which I can't complain about. We had a blessed time out there, so glory be to Jesus for the time that we had out here. Yeah, and what can I say, y'all? It was a great time. So didn't get a kill, but that's it. That's the way it goes sometimes. So y'all come on back with us in a couple of weeks. Bow season will start in a couple of weeks. We're going to leave this site completely alone, other than making sure
minerals and stuff are out, but we're going to leave the side alone. So y'all come on back, see us later, and as always, be safe.